It's been 25 years since we won our first national championship over the Thundering Herd in Statesboro, Georgia. Youngstown State University was the team of the 90s. Here we are in 2016. It's the drive for 5. We always say, let's get one of these for the thumb. Best wishes to the Penguins. Cheer hard, cheer loud, be proud.
This is YSU Drive for 5, sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stan Boney.
And I'm Chad Krispinski. Over the next half hour, we'll get you ready for the FCS National Championship, covering YSU's run to the title game and Penguins' keys to victory.
We'll also recall the 90s with then-coach Jim Tressel. It was the decade of the Penguins. I will also introduce you to two of YSU's biggest fans, one of whom could be called the #1 fan.
But before we get to all of that, let's get the latest from the team's preparations for the title game. Ryan Allison and Dave Sess are live at Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas.
Penguins may be a new animal to Texas, but it's been a fitting week for them in Frisco. We're wearing our red tonight. Good evening, everybody. Live from deep inside the heart of Texas, I'm Dave Sess, along with Sports Team 27 Sports Director Ryan Allison. The feels-like temperature is 7 degrees right now. We expected some warmer weather. This is going to have to work.
Hey, Penguins love cold weather, and this is hardly the worst conditions they've played in all year.
About kickoff tomorrow, it'll be in the upper 20s, about 28. You'll see a lot of sunshine as you watch the game on TV. A lot warmer than that game that got him here out in eastern Washington. All right, the team arrived on Wednesday, 16 miles. Travels can be tough, but the Penguins really adapted and they were ready to work on Thursday.
That's right. They've had a chance to practice in these elements now twice. They've also had a chance to taste the Texas barbecue, a chance to pose with the championship trophy, and now they have to earn it.
We've been on a mission since the first week of September, and this is one of the first times where we actually get to enjoy it.
We're all going to remember this, till we pass away. It's just something that's always going to be there, that the year that we played the national championship. So it's a blessing, and it'd be good to bring that trophy back to Youngstown.
Well, it's been a long season for the YSU football team. It started back in September 4 months ago. They will have played 16 games. That's the most ever in YSU history. Let's show you exactly how they got here. The 2016 season started under the lights on Thursday night, and the Penguins played great in front of a great crowd. 610 yards of total offense and 45 points against Duquesne, making it 21 straight home opener wins at Youngstown State. Next stop, Morgantown for YSU's first ever game against a Big 12 opponent. Alvin Bailey's 74-yard touchdown had the Penguins leading late in the second quarter, but West Virginia won 10 games this year, including this one, 38-21. The Penguins bounced back with 3 touchdown runs from Martin Ruiz and a 32-point win over Robert Morris, followed by 2 sacks the following week from Derek Rivers and their first league win of the season against South Dakota. The Penguins' defense continued to dominate at Illinois State. YSU recorded 6 sacks in that game and scored 17 fourth-quarter points to knock off the Redbirds.
We were too up and down a year ago. We're less up and down right now. We're less inconsistent than we were a year ago, but we're not where we need to be.
In week 6, defense once again set the tone. But a Martin Ruiz 1-yard touchdown with 28 seconds left sealed the deal against Northern Iowa, making the Penguins a perfect 3-0 in league play.
I can tell you this, I've been coaching a long time. I'll tell you what I just told our team. I don't know if I've ever been more proud of the guys in the locker room, of a group of guys than I am of this team.
After allowing 2 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes, their first conference loss came at South Dakota State.
I hope and pray we see him again. I'd love to see him one more time.
Next week marked the return of Hunter Wells at quarterback. The Penguins played down to the wire with Indiana State and clinched the win after a fourth-quarter punt return touchdown from Darian Townsend and 7 sacks from the defense, including 3 from senior Avery Moss.
This is a real big win. Every win's a big win, but no matter how we got it done, we got it done. So we got a big opponent coming this week, and I know we're all looking forward to that.
Their only other loss of the campaign came in Fargo. The Penguins fell behind early and dropped their 5th straight to the 5-time national champs, North Dakota State. For the first time since 2005, YSU finished the regular season undefeated at home. Jody Webb ran for a career-high 167 yards in their win over Southern Illinois. But the offense was just getting started. The Penguins set a new school record with 747 yards of total offense and 65 points against Missouri State, locking up a spot in the playoffs for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's obvious. I think we're a top team in this conference. We can beat anybody.
So it's Youngstown State out of the Missouri Valley Conference.
Win or go home. So let's go. Let's see what we got.
The Penguins' drive for 5 kicked off at home against Samford. And with the offensive line playing great, Jody Webb once again set a new personal best with 174 yards rushing.
It feels great. I can tell you that,
But I'll be the first one to say, and like every other guy in there, we still haven't played our best football yet, which is a good thing.
The first seeded team to fall in the Penguins' playoff run was Jacksonville State, leaving a smile on the face of the usually stoic Coach Pelini.
I think that we've gotten better because we're preparing better. And it's a good group, a good team, and we just need to keep it going.
Wofford was the next in line, and it took double overtime to win. Jody Webb with another school record, 331 all-purpose yards, helping send YSU to the national semifinals. The Penguins' win at Eastern Washington was one of the best in school history. YSU nearly doubled their time of possession on offense, and Kevin Rader's one-handed behind the defender's back catch in the end zone with 1 second left sealed the win and sent the Penguins back to the national championship for the 7th time in school history.
To me, our kids fight them in the way, doesn't that signify Youngstown? They represent Youngstown the way it should be represented.
Well, former head coach and current YSU president Jim Tressel has made this run before, but this will be the first opportunity he has to watch it as a fan.
Yeah, the bright lights with the national championship stage. He knows, Coach Tressel, what it takes to win at this level, and he's going to tell us how the Penguins got the job done. That's ahead on YSU Drive for 5.
YSU Drive for 5 coverage. Sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex.
Valley Industrial Trucks would like to wish Coach Pelini and the YSU Penguins good luck in the national championship game. Go Penguins! For all your forklift and material handling needs, visit valleyindustrialtrucks.com. Serving the Valley since 1956.
The Embassy is the area's premier banquet facility and all-occasion destination. Newly and professionally remodeled, the Embassy provides the perfect setting for small events or large, with seating for up to 1,100 guests. Our chefs will customize your personal menu, including special requests, and we offer full-service china and linen setup and black tie servers. You can supply your own liquor, wine, and beer. Our event planners can help you coordinate all the details. The Embassy, centrally located on Youngstown Poland Road in Boardman, your all-occasion destination.
Save the date for the 2017 Bridal Extravaganza, presented by Eastwood Mall and American Commodore Tuxedo. It's the ultimate bridal show in the exhibition space next to Kohl's, January 21st and 22nd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Don't miss the fashion show at 3 o'clock each day. Tickets are now on sale for $6 at the Eastwood Mall Customer Service Center.
Start the new year off with savings all week long at Giant Eagle. Pick up Market District Top Round Roast or London Broil, buy one, get one free. And make a lean meal with Giant Eagle Fresh Boneless Chicken Breasts, also buy one, get one free. Stock up on Campbell's or Progresso soups for those cold winter days. Get 10 for just $10. Plus, get one free Power Crunch protein bar with the E-Advantage offer of the week. New Year savings and driving even more savings with fuel perks. That's another Giant Eagle Advantage.
Valley Industrial Trucks would like to wish Coach Bellini and the YSU Penguins good luck in the national championship game. Go Penguins! For all your forklift and material handling needs, visit valleyindustrialtrucks.com. Serving the Valley since 1956.
You're watching YSU Drive for 5. Sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex.
And welcome back. The fan base at YSU football games has changed since the last national championship season of 1997. But one thing that hasn't changed, enthusiasm for the Penguin football program.
Many of those who do go to the games, they're diehards. And here's the story of two of YSU's most loyal fans, one of whom can easily be called the #1 fan.
The Struthers Belleria is owned by a group of rabid YSU fans, of which Bob Camardo in the black t-shirt is one of. You'll find YSU memorabilia prominently displayed on shelves over the bar.
I've gone to pretty much, not as many as my buddy here has, but I've gone to pretty much every home game in that, since I was in college.
Bob Camardo's buddy, who joined us at a table, is Elmer Bursling, who from 1992 to 2014, 22 years, missed only one YSU football game, home or away, and the one he missed was because his mother-in-law died. Bob called Elmer YSU's #1 fan.
And it just grew and grew to what it is today.
Elmer and his wife, Ro, run a tailgate party at every home game where you can find Bob Camardo on game days. But Elmer also remembers going to games at Rayen and tailgating out of his trunk outside of Fitch Stadium. That's how long he's been a fan. In fact, many of his pictures show large groups of people at YSU football games having fun.
A lot of the people that we mingle with now, we met on the road at road games, road football games. And you become very close with them. And when you get home, you're just as close. You invite them to tailgate, or they invite you to their tailgate. And this is how it grows.
Elmer and Bob have been to all the national championship games.
91 was one of those that you'll always remember, because we ended up jumping over the wall after the railing or after the game and running all over the field. And
this year's team reminds me a lot of the 91 team. It was a team that was floundering at midseason, especially offensively, and then somehow found themselves at the end of the year, got in the playoffs, and went on a run.
Another thing Camardo remembers about the 91 game is being given a commemorative keychain right afterwards.
And 25 years later, it's the same keychain that I use. It's got the YSU logo on the front, and on the back it says National Champs 1991 NCCA 1AA, so they screwed that up.
Both of them will be at this year's game, but aren't sure how it will compare with championship games of the past that were big parties and a lot of fun. It's been 17 years since the last one.
They kind of screwed up the ticket situation at YSU, and people are kind of going on their own and sitting in different areas and stuff, so I don't know how that's going to play out, and I don't know that we have the same fan base now that we had back then, but I'm sure the people down there will have a good time. I know I will, and I know Elmer will too.
I know Bob Camardo, you called all those games, all those years, those basketball games. He sat like 3 rows behind you or something there.
One example of many, the passion very, very clear. They love their football, he does, and so do so many others.
A lot of those fans I've seen over the years, I don't know all their names, but when I see them, I go, oh, I see them at all the football games or all the basketball games.
That's one thing. They certainly have their name on
They do.
plenty of those seats. They love that. Well, still ahead on YSU Drive for 5.
The decade of the 90s, we had more wins than anyone in the country.
And the man in charge of those 90s teams, Jim Tressel. Coming up next, YSU's president talks about his 4 national championships.
YSU Drive for 5 coverage. Sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex. Start your day with WKBN 27 First News, the largest local news team working hard for you, keeping you informed, preparing you for the weather before you walk out the door. Wake up from 5 to 7 with WKBN 27 First News this morning.
Your body might be betraying you. Is your thyroid to blame for the extra weight gain?
I gained over 25 pounds.
Oh my goodness. Check out our Jumpstart plan to wake it up. All new Oz.
Monday at 4 on WKBN 27.
Valley Industrial Trucks would like to wish Coach Bellini and the YSU Penguins good luck in the national championship game. Go Penguins! For all your forklift and material handling needs, visit valleyindustrialtrucks.com. Serving the Valley since 1956.
Save the date for the 2017 Bridal Extravaganza, presented by Eastwood Mall and American Commodore Tuxedo. It's the ultimate bridal show in the exhibition space next to Kohl's, January 21st and 22nd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Don't miss the fashion show at 3 o'clock each day. Tickets are now on sale for $6 at the Eastwood Mall Customer Service Center.
Inner Circle Pizza Canfield. Come see why it's much, much more than a pizzeria. The 42-seat granite bar and 8 HD TVs make this the best seat in the house to watch your favorite sporting events. The casual setting is perfect for family meals and get-togethers. Enjoy all the original icy favorites, plus specialty pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and daily specials. Dine in or carry out. Inner Circle Pizza Canfield, where food and fun are endless. Ironwood Boulevard, across from the Hampton Inn.
Valley Industrial Trucks would like to wish Coach Bellini and the YSU Penguins good luck in the national championship game. Go Penguins! For all your forklift and material handling needs, visit valleyindustrialtrucks.com. Serving the Valley since 1956.
You're watching YSU Drive for 5. Sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex.
Well, you are looking live at Toyota Stadium, the excitement building in Frisco, Texas for Saturday's national title game. Youngstown State against James Madison, 2 teams that combined for only 2 FCS losses all season long.
The 2 best in the country. This is YSU's 7th time playing for a Division I AA national championship, as it was formerly called, but it's the first with someone other than Jim Tressel as head coach.
And in the 1990s, Tressel's teams had an incredible run, 103 wins, 30 losses. We sat down with President Tressel to talk about the team of the 90s and his memories of those 4 national titles.
Again, Peyton in the air. Ricardo Clark back of the end zone. Thundering Herd led 14-3.
The thing we knew for sure was that we needed to have the win in the 4th quarter and see if we could chip away at it.
Cameron Smith, touchdown! A jump ball in the corner, and it's knocked away. The Penguins are national champion.
I think it was a great step toward where we are today.
You know, the haze in the barn, if you will.
Darnell Clark. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
That was the titanic clash, you know, of the 2 mega programs in 1AA.
Parker over the top, and apparently he's been stopped short.
As you remember, it was the 4th and 1 stop that was the difference in the game.
The rubber match goes to the Youngstown State Penguins and Jim Tressel.
Well, it had the best record. We tied the opening game, Stephen F. Austin, and then we won 14 straight.
It just feels good to get on the ground and just go to work.
You know, we're trying to relax and enjoy and that type of thing.
You only bring the red one out, you know, when you really have to show your Penguin pride. Probably 26 seniors. I think Drew Gerber played 58 straight games, and Randy Smith started at corner 58 straight games.
Sean Patton may go. Touchdown, Youngstown State.
We can't say enough about is our leadership. We've got a special group at Youngstown State.
The suffering that had occurred in 95 and 96 really is what powered 97.
Tidwell looking toward the end zone, has the receiver Ray.
We didn't have a great team that year, but we got good by the end.
Oh, the kick is up, and it is good.
We killed McNeese 10-9. I mean, it was a battle.
45-year-old Jim Tressel wins the national title here in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Well, the decade of the 90s, we had more wins than anyone in the country, you know, so you know, that was a special group of people.
You know, I sat down and talked with him about that, and I think he loved every minute of it. I think he just liked reminiscing and going over those games, and every once in a while he'd go, oh, I remember, and he would come up with something else. It was a lot of fun.
What's really impressive to me is how many of those key players from those teams are still around, involved in coaching.
Yes, they are.
And teaching, and they certainly still love their Penguin football.
You're right,
Pretty neat.
Chad. Yep, thanks.
Well, now we want to head back to Frisco, where Dave Sess and Ryan Allison are standing by at Toyota Stadium. Guys?
Well, much like that 91 team, the offense has really seen a renaissance this year. Some record numbers for senior tailback Jody Webb, but there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, that's the big guys of the offensive line. They're the movers and shakers of the offense, and I talk with them coming up.
YSU Drive for 5 coverage. Sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex.
Valley Industrial Trucks would like to wish Coach Bellini and the YSU Penguins good luck in the national championship game. Go Penguins! For all your forklift and material handling needs, visit valleyindustrialtrucks.com. Serving the Valley since 1956.
Save the date for the 2017 Bridal Extravaganza, presented by Eastwood Mall and American Commodore Tuxedo. It's the ultimate bridal show in the exhibition space next to Kohl's, January 21st and 22nd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Don't miss the fashion show at 3 o'clock each day. Tickets are now on sale for $6 at the Eastwood Mall Customer Service Center.
Sleep soundly and save big with a Serta mattress from Menards. Right now, buy any Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress and get a free box spring. The Blue Ridge mattress is only $349. The Marshbrook All Foam mattress, $529. Give any room a new look with lights from the Mission Collection by Patriot Lighting. They feature a charcoal chestnut finish with tea stained glass. A semi-flush ceiling light is $69. A chandelier only $149. Now during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
The Embassy is the area's premier banquet facility and all-occasion destination. Newly and professionally remodeled, the Embassy provides the perfect setting for small events or large, with seating for up to 1,100 guests. Our chefs will customize your personal menu, including special requests, and we offer full-service china and linen setup and black tie servers. You can supply your own liquor, wine, and beer. Our event planners can help you coordinate all the details. The Embassy, centrally located on Youngstown Poland Road in Boardman, your all-occasion destination.
Valley Industrial Trucks would like to wish Coach Bellini and the YSU Penguins good luck in the national championship game. Go Penguins! For all your forklift and material handling needs, visit valleyindustrialtrucks.com. Serving the Valley since 1956.
You're watching YSU Drive for 5. Sponsored by the Embassy Banquet Center, Valley Industrial Truck, and the Eastwood Mall Complex.
And live from Frisco, Texas, on the eve of the SCS championship game, Ryan, YSU has built along a strong defense, but the offense has been on fire lately, and we could use a fire right now.
Yeah, that best offensive performance of the season, that game at Missouri State where they racked up 747 all-purpose yards, 65 points in that game, and since then, they've been averaging over 42 a contest.
All right, for YSU to move the ball, it's more than Hunter's passing. It's more than Jody Webb running the football. There are 5 big guys up front who make it happen. The offensive line is usually the unsung heroes, the guys who work with no recognition, no fame, just sweat and hard work. YSU's O-line does that. Plus, it has a catchy nickname, the Dirtbags, and it came from their position coach.
Coach Carm just instilled that in us. It's a tough physical mentality. We work hard, we're blue collar, and it's just something we take pride in.
Big guys, experienced, and strong.
5 guys performing alone, yet producing in unison. They match up well with other teams on strength, mobility, and determination. They won't be beat without being outworked, and Coach Carmen Brasillo is behind that mentality.
The most important part, we go into every game more than prepared. He makes sure we know what to do on every look, so he knows what he's doing and explains it to us very thoroughly, so he's a huge part of it, and we couldn't do it without him.
While Coach Brasillo leads the preparation, the O-line unit leads the team on the field. They have to protect Hunter Wells, but also have that fire to punch open holes when a play is called for Jody Webb. He's a big-time threat, capable of turning the simplest play into one for the highlight reel.
They know my expectations are this play better work, but then they know that if they can get Jody to the second or third level, he can take it to the house.
Pushing bodies down and get them out of the way so Jody can go run, for a 60-yard touchdown or whatever, whatever it may be, makes us feel good because it's telling us that we're doing our job correctly. We're, like I said, we're moving the bodies and we're getting them holes.
Justin Spencer has 2 friends on the James Madison team, and oh, by the way, he'll be matched up against one of them for most of the game tomorrow.
Those guys are good. There will be some next level type talent playing on this field tomorrow afternoon, and maybe none more notable, especially for YSU, than one of the best to ever do it. That's their defensive end, senior number 11, Derek Rivers.
Ryan, looking at him, he's the disruptor. He's the guy who really messes things up. He's the speed guy, the speed rusher off the edge. YSU's all-time sack leader, 4th in school history in the number of tackles for loss. He's got to do both of those tomorrow.
Absolutely, 40 sacks. He's got the numbers that NFL scouts love in terms of size and weight, but he's a better person all around, and he's the kind of guy Coach Pelini has said all year, this is the kind of guy you want to build a program around. Now, James Madison has a kid very similar to that. It's their senior running back, Khalid Abdullah.
And if you look at his numbers, Ryan, right now, his talent has him leading the FCS in rushing, 1,700 yards. That's over 100 yards per game. You can do that math. He finishes 2. He's got over 20 touchdowns this season.
Yeah, and we talked to Coach Houston about him. He said his stats could be a whole lot better, believe it or not, if this team wasn't so balanced. But Abdullah is one of those unselfish players, and it's amazing to see an unselfish player willing to take a step back and still be second all-time in rushing.
All right, kickoff is approaching. We're under the bright lights here on Toyota Stadium in Frisco. We want to show you some keys to the game, and I think that very first one is to get ahead. YSU has taken the lead 9 times in the game this season. They've won all 9. I know the comebacks make a better story, but I think getting ahead and making that other team worry about the what-ifs, how do we get back in this, I think that's important.
Absolutely, and if they have the lead, the second key to our game, control the clock. And that is something that has led to a lot of success for YSU throughout this playoff run. Long, methodical drives. At Eastern Washington, they doubled their time of possession and, of course, scored last. It will be tough against James Madison because they're a balanced team, not one-dimensional like EW.
YSU is 3rd in the nation in time of possession at 34 minutes a ball game. I think they need to keep it as long as possible. And that last key to the game, you like it.
Get to the quarterback. They've broken a school record with 47 sacks. They've got to get to Brian Shore, and if they can do that and close up the run, defense may win this game.
All right, thanks for joining us, YSU Drive for 5, live from Frisco. Let's go back to the studio now with Stan and Chad in Youngstown.
And welcome back indoors, and I just checked the odds. Penguins an 8-point underdog, but they were 14-point dogs at Eastern Washington.
Okay, thanks, Chad, and thank you for joining us for this YSU Drive for 5 special.
Enjoy the game and join us back here tomorrow night at 6, right here on WKBN 27. Have a good night.
Pies. Pizza perfection in 160 seconds.